What's up, everybody? We are back. Welcome to Late Breakfast. I'm Taurian B.
I'm First Class Regg.
And we have our special guest here, Shenae Curry. What up, girl?
What's poppin'?
Nothing. I wanted to do our yearly wrap up where we talk about some of the best rap
that time
albums
of the year.
It is that time of the year.
So, all right, should I keep it best rap albums or hip hop albums? Because there are some albums, right, where they're not R&B, they're in the hip hop lane, but they're singing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That changes a few things for me. We could do that.
So would you rather
hip-hop?
do that because since it makes it in the hip hop genre or whatever like that? Because
that's really like the definitive factor of whether or not we include Drake.
really, so you wouldn't include Drake in rap album?
Oh no, I was making a joke.
Oh, damn.
I was asking, but I'm like, is that what we're doing?
Nah.
Well, no, yeah,
let's keep it rap albums.
Okay.
Because we're going to do an R&B albums list.
All right.
And we can kind of like separate it. We can do our separations. So, all right. Just wanted to get that delegation going. So we're going to talk about the top rap albums of 2021. Who wants to, like, Reg, what are your thoughts on this year's music? How did you feel about 2021 for music?
Low key, I think, and I mentioned this to LA off mic, that this has been a great year for rap. Low key. But,
I feel like niggas always say that though. Not to
think
cut
so?
you.
Nah,
I think
we
at the
had
end
one
of
year.
years, niggas be like, it's been a great year for rap.
Nah, it's been some bad
What
years.
year was it? Was it 2016?
2016, maybe 2019 or 18?
No.
One of those two?
Remember that year? So that was the year, and this is no shade, obviously, because I love this album. This is the year that Run the Jewels 2 dropped.
Okay.
And it was the Run the Jewels 2 dropped that year. J. Cole, okay, so it was 2014. Because remember, Forest Hills dropped in December.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So pretty much.
2014.
So in 2014, like people say that was like one of the worst years.
What else
for
came
rap
out that
music.
year? Like help bring me back.
In 2014,
Yeah.
I'm looking at 2018, 2014 for me, please, real quick.
Cause that's a long time ago. I just turned
Alright,
30.
so
I can't remember back that
Oxymoron
far.
came out that year. Catalactica, Sylvia Demo.
Wow.
My Crazy
Okay.
Life.
That was a decent year. I think that was a bad
I know
year.
what it is because none of the big three dropped.
Fair.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Cole dropped at the end of the year though. But you got to remember.
I
Like,
think
Yeah,
that
that
was
year-
a good introduction year for a lot of
That
people.
year was kind of slow. But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that was, I think, one of the most definitive years at the source that I had, because Sylvia Demo was a big deal for us because we were underground writers that are now at the source. So like, we had Sylvia Demo, we had My Crazy Life, like you said. Something else, didn't Q put something out that year?
Yeah,
Oxymoron. So like, it was like a good year for the blog rappers becoming mainstream.
We lost Common that year.
What do you mean?
To Drake.
To Drake. And he dropped Nobody Smiling.
I like Nobody Smiling. That was a good album.
Okay.
I liked it.
All right.
I don't listen to Common at my leisure.
But no one can comment as far as rap goes. I don't question him. But Nobody Smiling was the album I didn't need.
It was a good
And we
album
went to that
me.
show.
Yeah. At Gramercy.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was a good album. Pinata dropped that year. But
I mean,
overall, it was a little
Pinata,
slow.
Pinata was amazing.
Overall, it was a little slow. But getting back to this year, like I said, even though it sounds cliche, this was a good year for rap albums. I mean, you had, should I name a few?
Yeah, of course.
So of course, we had Tyler. Tyler dropped a little earlier in the year. Polo G, if you guys listen to him. I think he's still on the come up, but he has like a solid fan base. Of course, we had Donda from Kanye. He dropped the deluxe. Got like 32 songs or some shit. Isaiah Rashad.
Yes.
Certified Lover Boy. The Off Season. J. Cole. Melodic Blue. Baby Keem. Makami. Pray for Haiti. Really good. He just dropped a new project last week too. King's Disease 2 dropped. Which was surprisingly really good. And I only say surprisingly because he came back so fast from the last one. The last one was really
I thought
good.
it was fast too.
Yeah, it was 6 months.
I
want Nas to go back to rapping over bad beats.
I saw you tweet that. I was gonna ask you, like, why is that?
Because when I'm listening to King's Disease, I don't listen to what he's saying. The production is so good. I just vibe out to it. With Nas, my thing has always been since I don't give a fuck about his beats. I was always able to listen to like the lyrics and what he like the storytelling and the wordplay.
That's actually.
But now
funny.
when I listen to King's Disease 1 and 2, like I did it when I was just on vacation and I was missing a lot. Yeah.
Rest in peace to DMX. Exodus came out. It wasn't very good. Rest in peace to DMX though.
And then in the same breath, there was the Pop Smoke one that I also heard wasn't really good.
Oh, you didn't listen to it?
I just refused.
I had a lot going on.
It was just too much. It was too soon for me.
Yeah. I think it was less than they've already. I read somewhere that they've already exhausted like all the tracks he had in the stash.
Yes,
they put out this
album.
album.
I think it was to help his family out.
Yeah.
I think.
But I think they could have. They could have at least.
They could have did a Meet the
shortened it.
Woo 2 Deluxe.
Yeah.
They could have done a double release of Meet the Woo 1 and 2. There's just so many different things they could have did with those things and then held that in the stash for a little longer, but that's a different conversation.
Well, I'll also say this. I also think that something else is going to come out later on underhanded, and his family probably won't have any rights to his music later on. And that'll probably come out. And that's just my prediction and my assumption. But I think that they did it to give them like a quick cash grab so like they can be cool about it now and not ask a lot of questions.
Maybe.
And I think later on down the line, mark my words, it'll come out that something fishy went on, and it'll be a sad story.
We might have to have a discussion about posthumous, however you say that word. Posthumous.
Yeah.
I feel like we did last time I was here. We did talk about posthumous albums.
I believe it was around the time of Mac passed.
Yes. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Because Anderson .Paak said don't do it.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, he said when I died.
So my thing is where was Pop's people that's like, leave it alone?
I think,
but it was also he had also been out for like only a year at that point too. So
it was even a year. I think. That was
nah. Meet the Woo. Welcome to the Party wasn't a year old yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nigga didn't even turn 20. Did he turn 21?
No, he did not.
He didn't turn 21.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
Culture 3 was a really solid release in my opinion, but it gets overlooked. One, because it dropped earlier in the year, I think in the summer, right? And two, I think a lot of other shit just came out and kind of just.
Yeah, I also think because like the Migos are established now, so like when they drop, it's not they're superstars now. So like now when they drop, it's kind of like, oh, okay, unless like something's being completely done different. But I'll tell you this, like the opening track on that album, that Temptation.
Oh, Avalanche.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch videos of Culture.
Of the daughter. Okay.
Oh, of the daughter.
Okay.
Planet Her, Doja Cat.
Fire.
We talked about this. I think she's nominated, right? Album of the year.
Yeah.
Great album. She just one of those artists that keeps getting better and better.
She don't miss.
She really doesn't.
I'm on record. I've been on record saying that Doja Cat is the artist that Nicki Minaj started out to be, but Nicki couldn't get her footing properly. And I think Doja Cat kind of like perfected. And I'm not talking about rap skill wise because I feel like there's no Nicki doesn't have an equal when it comes to rapping. But as far as like the visuals and the pop records and her set production for her shows,
that's fair.
Doja Cat and her sense of humor,
and she can fucking
Doja Cat
dance her ass off
because it's.
I think Doja.
Need some wine.
Yeah, she can't. Well, she's confused. She don't know if you want to be Trini or Jamaican, and that's your issue right there. Like, so yeah, I think Doja is a good student of Nicki and Cardi.
Yeah.
And like, I thought you was about to disagree. Like, I was about to come. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's a good student of like both of them, and I'd say student of those because I think someone could be also out at the same time, and you can still like learn from them. Because people be like, a student of this person, they've been out that much. Like, there's a lot to learn from Cardi B. So, and I feel like I've been here defending Cardi B before.
Cardi doesn't even like. If I were Cardi, she never needs to drop another album again. She does not have to.
She don't miss.
Well, okay, so I'm interested in that though. What do you think Doja Cat's getting from Cardi?
My fault. So I think there's versatility, and a lot of Cardi's versatility wasn't like. No, it was. It was on her first album. Like she had the "I Like It" song, and then she also had aside from that, she had a lot of features. Like I think she has a dance music feature. She had the Maroon 5 song. She did a reggae song on on one of her mixtapes, but she just has that like personability, and I think that we saw that that's important when it came to her. So Doja also tries to do the same thing
because she took advantage of posting lives and being on social media, and
it's not like the person just being personable, like, and I think that's
that
an issue that a lot of new artists don't take advantage
when
of.
Came out, that wasn't a thing yet. So with Nicki, like you kind of felt like it was an act. Like when Nicki was pretending that she was a lesbian, then we found out she's extremely homophobic. You know,
nuts.
Like it's crazy. Like
it's also just a liar.
Yeah. So I think.
And then it's like even when it did become accessible for Nicki to do certain things like that, she wasn't doing it because she wanted to be this like unattainable like enigma in a sense that's like not everybody's friend. And yeah, that sounded cool when we were all like younger or when she was coming up. Like that's when all that fuck all these bitches shit was cool. But now camaraderie is more popular and it's more, you know, likable. Like niggas need to be likable. And when you can't bridge that gap, that's when you fuck up. Doja's likable, and then you got who else? Cardi looks out for everybody, and then you got the older ones that's also trying to do the same thing, and then even that trickles down to like dancehall artists like Shinsia. Shinsia is the same kind of way, like on social media, does lives, does Instagram stories, just looking regular, being in Jamaica with her son, like. So I say all that to say personability.
Okay.
Also.
Well, what other albums? We got Slime Language 2.
Slime Language 2 was very solid. It's a long fucking album, so I see why a lot of people didn't really fuck with it, but I really, really like that album. Moneybagg Yo for me was a really good release, Against His Pain. He had two like old school type Neptunes beats on this album that really shine on this album, and overall just the album is great. I don't know if you guys listen to Bodie James, but Bodie James was another highlight for me. He did a project with the Alchemist earlier this year, Bo Jackson.
The Alchemist has been having an amazing.
He's on a great run. Alchemist did an interview with Noah Callahan, I believe his name is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has a new YouTube series that people should check out. It's really good.
Benny dropped the album Plugs I'm At Too.
Yes, with Harry Fraud. It wasn't that good in my opinion. I liked his release with Hit Boy better. And I'm not even that big of a Hit Boy fan.
Right. Yeah, I think Benny got caught up because they record really fast. Like the project that they put out is what they record like in that time frame. Opposed to him compounding his best records, he's like, nah, these sessions is going to be for this particular project. And I think sometimes it works in the really good for them, and sometimes it backfires. And I think that with that, the Plugs I'm At Part 2, it backfired.
Yeah. Hitler Wears Hermes is another really good one from Westside Gunn.
Yo, it's crazy because I like he's my least favorite, but he just knows how to make good.
He puts albums together very fucking well.
I haven't gotten to listen around to listen to them niggas, the Buffalo niggas.
I don't know how you'd feel about Westside Gunn actually. I don't know. I'm interested to see how you would feel about that.
I feel like you would like Conway the best out of all.
Probably.
Oh, so they're all different?
Probably, yeah. They are. They really different in like their sound and their style.
There are another ones that's like been on the docket of like things we need to listen to that I just have not.
Yeah, Griselda, they put out so much shit that, you know, you're gonna get to them. You'll get to them. You said who?
Dirk and Baby.
Oh yeah, that project dropped this year. Yeah, Voice of the You know what? It's been so long. I haven't listened to that shit since it came out. But I liked it.
It wasn't for me.
42 Doug dropped, of course, earlier this year. Vince Staples.
Vince Staples.
You said you like Vince Staples.
Yeah, I love Vince Staples, so I'm gonna listen to it regardless.
Was that in your like top releases this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we said we're doing rap albums, so I can't really say Don Toliver, but that's one of my favorite albums this year.
I don't even know.
Lloyd Banks.
Oh, Lloyd Banks dropped this year.
I listened to it one time.
I didn't give it a listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not listen to it.
Crime, Regg.
I did not listen to it. I didn't. Who else? How we feel about Young Thug's album, Punk? You liked it? I hated it.
I didn't hate Punk, but I felt like it wasn't what I anticipated. I thought this was going to be the album that I don't know what I just thought this was going to be the album that like put him in that conversation, but I realized I think the space that he's in, he's just going to be in that space. Like, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying I thought that he was going to become a bigger star.
Yeah.
but like he did interviews. He went like, and that's rare that he does that. Like remember before, Leo Cohen had to go with him to do interviews.
But I see why he doesn't do interviews. He's awkward as fuck.
Yeah, he's extremely awkward.
So he doesn't make for a good interview. But Jim Jones dropped a project earlier this year.
He did.
Nobody talks about that.
We don't.
The Fraud Department.
That was the Roy album, right?
The one he like A&R'd or something.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think that was
That
it.
wasn't the Roy album?
This was the why is that so funny to you? But funny. He did a project with Harry Fraud.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't that one. You didn't like it?
It didn't live up to the last 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes artists gotta take a break when they.
But yeah, those are just some projects, of course.
I mean, you mentioned Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mentioned Cole, but we can dig into that if you have more.
I think a lot of people are saying that Cole album is like one of the best rap albums because it's J. Cole. Like they. Hey, Reg, you shave your balls?
I do shave my balls.
What product do you use?
I use Manscaped, especially the Lawnmower Trimmer 4.0.
Wow, I need to check that out.
I think you should. And with our code, RAPINORDER20, you can get 20% off.
Wow, Reg, thanks for that. My girl's going to be so happy.
Smooth as eggs.
I don't think that they really enjoyed it that much.
You liked it?
I liked it.
You liked it because of the intro.
I did like it because of the intro. That intro, like, I remember putting that shit on, and I was like,
yeah, with Cam?
was that?
Yeah.
Is that? I was just waiting for the verse.
Yeah.
But nah, I like the album itself. I think the features were pretty solid and relevant.
I think Cole sounded really good on this album.
I think so too. His confidence was definitely up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like
and not that he lacks that, but it was just a different energy, and energy I appreciated.
I liked his different. He played with his flows a little bit more on this.
I was just about to say the sound was not like the same old sound, but again, not that he always has like the same old sound, but you know what I'm saying? Like it just gave it just had a different kind of energy, and I really appreciated it. And it was necessary.
His rollouts are always clean as fuck too.
Always.
But speaking of
Dreamville niggas don't quit when it comes to a rollout.
Speaking of clean rollouts, let's I guess we can talk about Tyler a little bit. Call me if you get lost.
Okay.
You know, we already talked about it, but what's up?
I feel like this person, we have to talk about him because I feel like if he sees this, he might get mad at us.
So can he fight?
Yeah. We gotta talk about Florin too.
Oh, okay.
Like, can he fight? Like,
would you? I don't know. I feel like Wale's one of those people that like watches people shit and don't tell him unless you like shit on him. So I enjoyed it actually.
So you want to shit on him so he could watch it?
No, I don't want to shit on him. I actually like Florin too. I enjoyed
I'm
it.
joking.
Florin too was good.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it was good, but I'll admit I haven't like really carved out the time like I did with these other albums I mentioned.
Yeah, because you already.
Release.
Well, no, that don't mean nothing. Well, when did it come out? It came out like in October.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to a Wale album in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be like a consistent fan, and then
You met him in real life?
no. But people's personalities definitely like affect
for sure
how I decide to be a fan, and like at certain points, it's just like, why are you just doing all that? And also, I can't take like the spoken word raps sometimes. But I will say I heard the song that he has with J. Cole. So first,
I didn't like that song.
You don't like it?
Nah.
Fair.
It's a fun song.
Exactly. It's a good single, and I feel like it's been, I don't want to say a long time because maybe I just haven't listened to his singles, but I feel like it's been a minute since he had like a good catchy single. I could be wrong. I don't know.
He always has one for every album.
Yeah,
Fair. And then good J. Cole feature. You know, love hearing both of them together because I come from the blog era. You know what I'm saying?
I wish we could one day get a song with Kendrick, Wale, J. Cole, Drake.
That's too much.
I wish. That's like wishful thinking. It'll probably be later.
Who produces it?
Who produces
Harry
it?
Fraud.
No, not Harry.
Nah.
Fraud. It wouldn't be Harry Fraud. I don't know who produced it.
Definitely not Harry
First
Fraud.
thing that comes to mind would be Hit Boy.
Because
he's a part. Because he's a part of that. And I like Hit Boy or Boy Wonder.
I would want like DJ Dahi. That's like left field, but that's what I want.
I'm just thinking about producers that's also like aligned with them.
Same.
He did. He did it, Reg.
He dropped the EP. Let's relax.
Doesn't count.
We just
Does
naming
not count.
albums.
I still want a video
man.
for the song that
damn.
Kendrick, Cole, and Currency have. Rather Be With You. I'm still like pining for that video. They said it was gonna happen, and niggas didn't let it happen. And it's been like 17 years, but I don't care.
You gotta hit a pop punch.
Kendrick not on it? Did I say Kendrick?
You did.
Did I lie? No, I didn't.
That's why I just said that. Okay, cool.
Currency, Cole.
I thought you said Drake.
Oh.
I thought you said Kendrick, but maybe you didn't.
Then I did. I lied then if I did. He's not on it.
He's not on it? Okay.
All right, so
We'll figure it out.
there's two albums that I want to talk about.
You could cut that.
Let's get to it.
So I want to talk about Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler the Creator album, because it was kind of the piggyback off the clean releases and good promo that people do for their albums, right? When this album came out, it was a very, very clean release. And then I think Tyler's one of those artists that everything is really calculated. He puts it out and he just goes away. And then people, I think, have figured out at this point that he drops every 2 years, which I think he might switch up since people figured that out now. Because I think this album, though, him pairing with DJ Drama, him rapping.
So good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
The features he had on here, the production on here, everything was top notch to me. And it's gonna be really interesting to see if he doesn't win Album of the Year, who it will go to. I think we said Donda, right? Mm-hmm. But
I bet you ain't listen to the album.
I didn't. I sure the fuck did not.
All right, so what you sucking your teeth for?
Well, do you think Donda's better than Tyler's album? Because I see why Donda would win.
I'm thinking about it right now. I think that Donda is the album of the year, but I don't think that it's the rap album of the year. And I know that's a contradiction because I guess in essence if Donda is going to win album of the year, it has to win rap album of the year. It would have to win its genres. Mm-hmm. But does that happen every time?
No.
Nah, it doesn't.
Okay, so yeah, all right. I'll say this much. I think that Tyler the Creator has the best rap album of the year. I do genuinely think that. I think that having DJ Drama host the project, the last artist to my knowledge that was of significance to me that did it was Childish Gambino. Mm-hmm. Drake was supposed to do it if you're reading it too late, but all of that mess happened. So Tyler doing this is one of the most hip hop things that you can do for a project, and the fact that he's not an East Coast
and it was executed
artist
beautifully.
It was executed beautifully, and you could tell he was really a fan and he really wanted to do it, right? So it just seems beautiful that he did that. Think about it. At one point, fucking little Uzi Vert was signed to DJ Drama, and he didn't utilize DJ Drama and Don Cannon. Yeah. At all. He treats them like they're fucking old losers. He really talks to them like they're fucking nobodies. I would hate that little Uzi Vert about DJ Drama. You know,
I think their chemistry was also really good on the album as well.
It was.
It was just so good. Amazing. I was listening to it yesterday, I think. Yeah. But it just sounded so good.
Yes. So and then I will loudly say, "Call Me If You Get Lost" is album of the year, rap album of the year.
So yeah, I'm really looking for. I wish I got tickets to his fucking show because I know it's gonna be amazing. I know visually it's gonna be amazing.
When is it coming?
Next year in March. I think he's at MSG.
I mean, let's go.
Yeah, I think it's sold out, but we'll have to hit up stuff. All right, cool. Well, another album I wanted to talk about was Baby Keem. I don't know if you guys have you.
I love Baby Keem.
That album is so good, and
I've been pro Baby Keem since 2019.
Yeah, same.
I love Baby Keem.
Bitch, I'm Baby Keem. He just don't look like a real person.
He doesn't.
But I love the young. Animated type of shit. I love it.
He's super young. He's still kind of awkward. So he's coming into his own. But this album was so good.
The man can make a music.
It was so good. The video, he has one of the best rap videos this year with that Family Ties shit.
He does.
The video, the visuals that he's dropped, period, just to all go with this album have been amazing. And I think on tour, he's giving a good tour right now too. So those are those are two really big highlights for me. Like I said, Nas. Proud of Nas for what he did with King's Disease 2. I think it's kind of a step up from the first one. Would you agree?
I think King's Disease 1 is by far the superior project.
You think so? I like the second one better. We got that Lauryn Hill verse. It's a good verse.
I do like Death Row East a lot. I listen to
Death Row East is good. A lot. Yeah, we got some good projects this year, Shenae.
We did. I didn't disagree.
I know you just said it was cliche, but it's
we just saying all the time.
It is what it is. We got some good ones this year.
No, it was pretty good. Yeah, we didn't address the elephant in the room, which is Drake.
Yes.
Certified Lover Boy,
Yeah,
let's
what
talk
did you
about
want
it.
to talk about with that?
It was cool. It was good. I just feel like I forgot what I feel like, but nah, I heard it the first time. I was actually out with my mom and like drinking with her and her friends. It was a very weird night, and these niggas was like hopping from spot to spot. And at a point, I was like, "Yo, I gotta go. Like, I can't do this with y'all." So I took an Uber from Queens to Brooklyn, and it happened to be like 2 a.m. So, and the driver was a young nigga like us, so he was listening to it. I was like, "Oh, it's the Drake album?" He's like, "Yeah, you want me to start it over?" I'm like, "Yeah." So we listened to it on the way to Brooklyn. I was like, "Okay, this is cool. This is cool. This is cool." And then it was the Girls Love whatever song, and I'm like,
Oh, said you a lesbian girl.
"Yeah." I'm just like, "How did we get here?"
He gets away with a lot of shit.
Girls love girls. Girls like girls. Whatever.
Yeah.
I just that
Drake-
killed it for me. I was like,
The shit that Drake be getting away with is like kind of crazy because
Yes.
he's so universally loved. So I'll listen to some shit like, yo, how do you get
God
away
forbid
with
you
this?
have an
This is
opinion,
so-
and it's like
This is so corny. How do you get away with this? But it's Drake culture. Like it's just
Drake culture.
It is what it is. You gotta get,
There was
and
good
I'm, like,
moments on the
looking-
album, but that shit right there, I was like, come on, son.
Yeah, Certified Lover Boy sounds like a bunch of Drake songs that we already heard.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about a particular project that came out this year, Meek Mill's album.
No, I'm
Expensive
gonna
Lady.
sit back.
Wow. Ooh. You know what's? I'm not even lying to you when I say I just deleted that today. I'm not even bullshitting you. I just deleted that album today. I'm like, I never listened to this.
What is
I'm
it that
taking
you
up
wanna talk
space.
about?
I feel like with Meek, there's something going on with Meek. Championships, they got a big push. You know, he came home. The champion was home. You know, he was the Rocky of his city. And with this project, obviously we could say that there's something going on at his camp, right? So before this, he was, police reform. He's working with all these people. He's trying to get people out of jail because he doesn't want people to go through things he's going through.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of steps away, like weirdly enough, like he's not standing next to Ross like how he used to.
Mm-mm.
He's standing next to Jay-Z.
Something going on over there. Yeah.
A lot, right? So what I'm saying is that with this project, this definitely wasn't. Even though he's saying like in interviews, he said this is my best album yet. He knows like this album was phoned in. This album, I would say, is probably like one of like his bottom tier albums. Like it's not that good. I was very disappointed from Meek. Even though I'm a big Meek critic, I do know whenever he like that the audience he speaks to probably wasn't as thrilled with this project as they would have been. Like how they were with Championships. This album sounds like a step down, like everything. Like even from like his videos where they were shot, you could tell like there wasn't a lot of money spent. There wasn't a lot of time put into it. But like Meek is really like the king of the snippets. And I just think that with this project, like
The snippets or the intros?
No, well,
the snippets. Well, I know what you mean.
yeah.
I know what both of you mean. Actually.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
so
listen to
the
this
king
man.
of the intros, I think he just had one good intro, and then that's that. I don't think he's the king of the intros.
Yes.
I think that's safe for Sean Carter.
Hello.
But I think that he's the artist that like will play like his snippets on Instagram.
Oh,
And
that's
he
what
will
you
be
mean.
Like and then you realize like okay, he just takes the best 5 seconds and plays it. And it was like it's gonna be on an album. Then you get it, and you're just like that was it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I wouldn't know. I don't listen to Meek Mill, and I don't associate with Meek Mill
I pay mad
fans.
attention to Meek, yo, and I try to like really get into it, and I'm telling you, this project, Championships, made me feel like, all right, you know what, I've been being an asshole to Meek. I need to refrain from doing that. And then this album was like, nope, you wasn't wrong.
Another album, AZ dropped an album this year that was pretty solid.
He did. I feel like I'm like the only person I listen to.
Do or Die 2. Do or Die 2 was solid. It had a really amazing Wayne verse. Wayne is another. If he would have dropped a project this year, I think it would have been in some type of conversation. He's been on such a good
man.
streak right now.
I think Wayne
just
finally
dropping-
found his footing. I think Wayne is like comfortable, so he can just focus on music and not other things.
He took all the auto tune out of his voice. He's just rapping now.
Yeah, that's great.
He sounds
Birdman
great.
gave him his money.
He's been killing it on all the projects he's been putting out or that he's been showing up on.
AZ, Do or Die 2.
Yeah.
It was for me. It was a pleasant listen. I'm a AZ fan. I wish that his career went a lot differently than it did. I'm pretty sure he's satisfied with it, but I wish he did more.
Oh yeah, I think he's chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling, but I wish he did more. He's one of my favorite rappers. But yeah, like I said, for me, I got Tyler having the best rap album of the year, but I think that Donda is a close second. And then I got J. Cole running out the top 3 of rap albums.
All right, so if I name my top ones, I gotta go with Tyler, Isaiah Rashad, and fuck, out of 3, goddamn. Well, I don't want to name Donda. Donda's great. All right, yeah, I'll go with Boldy.
Okay.
For Bo Jackson.
Okay.
You got 3.
Yeah, my 3 is gonna be. It's not even in any order specifically, but definitely Tyler, Isaiah, and I had it and it's gone. J. Cole.
Okay.
Yeah, like those are definitely like a few of my favorite artists. I was waiting for albums from them, but more specifically, maybe I'll put Isaiah as my number 1 favorite, and that's because niggas have been waiting.
Yeah.
And this was kind of like my boys, basically like, you took some time off, and now you kind of got to show and prove, but we also know you've been through some shit. And he came back with his album after being sober and a kind of redemption, I guess. Like,
great.
Because niggas have been waiting for so long, and it was so good. Like,
every time
flawless.
I listen to it, I'm like, damn, this shit is so good.
It's so good.
It's a really good album. Honorary mention, I just got to throw in Payroll and Cardo dropped a project this year. Another Day, Another Dollar. That was really good. Larry June dropped a project earlier this year. That was really good. But yeah, that's...
Let me see. I need to check my Apple thing again.
Those are my ones.
Nah, man, we wrapping this up. Get out of here.
Yeah, I really was not going to check my Apple thing. Those are my 3.
Yeah. I want to thank you guys for watching. We will catch you next time. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, word. 2022
Season's greetings.
Season upon us.
Wow.